Hey everybody, it's Andy with RS Experience. I wanted to make a quick video and talk about some new gear that I've got. I just felt it was time for me to kind of step up a little bit. Most of what you watch is recorded on an iPhone, and then the lavalier mic I use, I don't even remember the manufacturer. It was an inexpensive thing I bought on Amazon. Hey, I just needed something. So that's the gear I've been using. The tripod that the camera's attached to, my God, that thing's probably 40 years old. It's an aluminum tripod. It's okay. It just didn't have some of the features. I needed something to be a little bit taller. So it was time after that many years to say, hey Andy, you know, go invest in something. So I was just gonna walk through some of that with you here today. So the first thing I purchased was a Peak Design tripod. I looked at a whole bunch of tripods and reviews online, and this Peak Design one I really liked. I actually like this little bag that it comes in, this handy little bag. This one is the aluminum. They have a carbon fiber one that's even lighter, but I was like, do I really need to spend the extra $150 for a carbon fiber one? This guy completely folded is like 15.5 inches. And then with the legs, and you can see there's like 4 stages here for all the legs, this thing will open to 60 inches. So I can get some really good height. I love the ball head and the adjustability and the flexibility of these ball heads that I think are really cool. The other thing I like about this one, I don't know just exactly how to set it up yet, so I won't try it, but you can, these legs here, you can get these things to lay flat, and this thing has a low height of 5.5 inches. So if you want to get really low to the ground, that's pretty decent. This weighs 3.4 pounds. So it's light. It has a little bit of heft, right? When it's compact, I mean, it has a little bit of heft, but 3.4 pounds, no big deal. You have this nice little carrying case that you could, you know, you slide this thing into, and then, you know, Peak Design. It's also set up where if you had a Peak Design backpack, this would just fit into, you know, one of the side sleeves in the backpack there. Next up was I invested in a camera. Yay! Watched a lot of video reviews, a lot of different equipment out there, and you really got to find the price point that, you know, that fits within your budget and that you're happy with. So the one I ended up choosing was the Sony ZV-1. They refer to it as a vlogger's camera. I like the form factor. I like that it does 4K 60. It has a 1.8, 2.8 lens. Focal lengths are like 9.4 to 25. So, you know, it's pretty wide format, right, for a lens. But I liked it because it was compact. Its footprint is pretty small. I mean, you can see here, right, this guy isn't very big. Here's my hand against the camera. It's pretty small, but what I did like was I really like this screen that this guy had. I thought this had a pretty cool screen on it. So when you're vlogging, you can pull that screen out and have it face towards you. So this way you can see yourself, make sure you're in frame. I know that's not a huge problem with wider formats, but I kind of like that. And then I like the fact that this viewfinder will tilt back, you know, rotate back. So as I'm filming, folks, I can see what the hell I'm filming, because this camera does not have a viewfinder on it. But anyway, and then when you close it, the screen is kind of protected there. So I like that, you know, you have a shutter that closes. That's pretty common, I think, with Sony's, to protect the front lens, and then that guy's in the back there. Inside the box, you know, you get your pretty standard stuff. There's a dead cat, because this thing has a built-in microphone at the top of it, so you can just attach this like into a shoe at the top. For windscreen, USB cable, and then your battery. is inside the box. So that's what's inside this guy here. And I always feel like you can never have enough batteries. So I said to myself, hey, if you're going to get the camera, you might as well invest in a separate battery charger, so you're not always just trying to plug the camera into some USB. So battery charger and battery. So an extra battery and a charger, that was something that was worth getting. And then as far as other accessory, was a SD card. So I got a 128 gigabyte SD card because I wanted something where I wasn't going to run out, especially if I'm filming a bunch of 4K. The other thing I got, and you guys have probably seen this 100 million times, so I won't go into detail, but is this VideoMicro Rode microphone to put in the hot shoe on the top of this camera. So if I'm out and I'm recording, multiple folks and whatnot, I could use this microphone. This microphone that's in here, it's okay if you're just vlogging and recording yourself, but if there's several people that you're trying to get, the built-in microphone's like, okay. I wanted something a little bit better, so I got that. As part of the camera pack that I bought, got a Vlogger Kit. So this is a really nice holding extension. Connects wirelessly via Bluetooth to the camera, so you can record start and stop, zoom in and out. You could do things from this guy here, and this was part of a kit that I got. By the way, all this gear that you see here today I got from B&H Photo. I've been using B&H Photo for years. I like their website. I like navigating and going through, reading reviews, and their technical support is really good, because I had some questions from a technical support and calling up and putting you in touch with the right people there. So shout out to B&H Photo. Nice job. I buy from them. I'll probably continue to buy from them. This one here is a fat Gecko. It's a mini mount for inside the windshield for the Sony camera. Typically I use the iPhone with like a RAM mount, but I wanted something a little bit more stable and something to hold that camera, so I got a separate mount for that for in the car. So this way when I'm doing two videos, one of me, GoPro out the window, this will be the guy I'm using. This might have been overkill, but I heard from a good friend of mine who does a lot of videos that this Sennheiser is pretty good equipment. So I got a Sennheiser G4 wireless mic lavalier. The one that I'm using now, this thing is, got it on Amazon, relatively inexpensive. For what I was doing and starting out, it worked, right? So this one here is a little bit higher quality. So you have a transmitter and receiver. The receiver fits into the hot shoe mount on the phone, which is great, and just has a 3.5 millimeter, you plug into the camera. The challenge you have with these guys, I say challenge, what you have to resolve is if you're going to have two of these feeding into one camera, so two folks with lav mics feeding into one camera, because this has two receivers, this particular wireless mic I'm using now has one receiver, can receive two mics, but these can only receive one mic per receiver. So what you need to get is if you're doing two, you have to get this little sound mixer. It's a little tiny guy, and each receiver plugs into that mixer for you to do that. The good news is they do sell a multi-tiered hot shoe, so it's got like 2 or 3 things on it. Looks kind of weird, you plug it in, so you can attach the receivers to that and then plug those into that mini sound mixer, the 2-channel there. If I ever have 4 of these guys, then I'm getting into other equipment, and that's kind of a little bit beyond where my head is at right now. And then we got a wind protector for the lav mic for these guys here, so that's something I'll be using. This is a microphone that I wanted to use on the GoPro camera, so that when I want to record some of the exhaust sounds from the camera, I'm going to run this wire down and out the passenger side door. I watched some video of folks who have done this, and they actually get some pretty decent exhaust sound. So, you know, put a like a dead cat again on the mic, just run it outside the door, maybe tape it down so it's not flapping around on the side of the car, and then pick up some of the exhaust sound. I have attached a wireless mic, taped it to my license plate, and tried recording it that way, but the sound sometimes can get a little much and it can cut out the mic, again, depending on the quality of the mic. So I'm going to try this as something different, really cheap solution there. And then the other thing I got was a GoPro mount, you know, windshield mount, a real simple one. So, you know, if it's on the one little mount, you just slide into the shoe, just slide it in and out. I'm not a big fan of the GoPro accessories. They may have changed, but like over the years, the ones that I've had, it's like a rector Lego set. You know, you gotta put this one in this way and this one that way and screw this one. And oh, that one's not long enough. I need a longer screw, but I want it to hang off and face like this. And you know, you're playing with the damn thing for like 35 minutes. I said, screw that. What I've gone out and bought is I actually bought Rand Mount sells their mounts that will take, you know, GoPro cameras, and you know the Rand mounts, if you're familiar, they have the two balls and the pivoting. It's so easy. Put the camera on there. If you want it on your window because you want to get the driver in your hands while you're driving down the road, easy peasy. You're not sitting there with the erector set and playing 20 ways to Sunday to figure that out. But this one for the windshield I thought was good, simple, have front-facing camera. So just a quick run through some gear that I've got. I'm going to do another interview this week on site, and I'm going to try to get this stuff set up and learn how to use it real quick for that interview. And then, you know, you guys can tell me. I'll let you know that, you know, filmed with the new gear. You can let me know if you see a difference. So anyway, thanks for your time. I hope this was helpful, get an idea of what I'm doing, and then I do hope that you and your families are staying healthy and safe. It's real important, guys. So stay tuned. I'll be back out with some more videos every week. Take care, everyone.